Hi, this is Dr. Swanberg, welcoming you to the first full week of classes. And we are treating this as week one. I want to take a moment to remind you to avoid your activity stream and always click on courses and then join the course you'd like to go into. As a reminder, always check your announcements. When you first log on to Blackboard, they appear as pop-ups, and I know the instinct is to get rid of a pop-up, but try to curb that instinct. If you do close the pop-ups, go ahead and click on announcements separately on a PC. They're over here. On a phone, they're in a little drop-down menu with some lines in it at the top. So we do have 3 announcements. Please make sure that you've read all 3 of them. It has to do with getting started, knowing how to contact me, and an extension of some deadlines, as I did rearrange things so that last week's 3 days did not really count as a week. It was too stressful, and it just didn't really make sense. So make sure you are reading your announcements. I do hope that everyone has finished going through the items in the Start Here menu. So this is the stuff that I graded and was due in that short week last week. If you missed it, you do have a 0 automatically assigned to you if you're in my online class. If you're in my virtual class, I'll get to nag you in person instead of having those automatic 0s. An automatic 0 does not mean you can't do it. It means that you should do it and then let me know you've done it via email so that I can go in and make sure that that 0 is reverting to the score that you have earned for that late work. Once we get rolling, I will turn off those automatic 0s, but we do need it so that you know that you missed something and so that you can see how missing that thing has affected your grade. I did go through and make sure I had deleted any old due dates. There were a couple that I had missed, and so I did go in and make sure that there are no spring semester due dates in there. I had missed a couple. Let's make sure that I'm going to make sure your master calendar is showing. We have a new master calendar. I think I can just go ahead and show that to you. That shows that this week is indeed week 1. You have a syllabus quiz to take here in the Start Here menu, information on criterion use. There's a quiz for that as well here in Blackboard. That was due last week. That is overdue. You can still do it, but make sure that you have taken that, and a quiz on ProctorU readiness. And that does ask my online students to go in and make sure their computer will work with ProctorU. And if it doesn't, to start making a plan by reaching out with me right now to make sure you have access to a computer that will work with ProctorU before we get to an exam. So make sure you're not putting that off. Okay, so those are the big parts of the Start Here menu. But I want to remind you that if I've put it in Blackboard, I consider it essential for you. So if there is an item here, please read it. If there's a video, please watch it. If there's a quiz, please take it. And do them in order and don't skip anything. So by now, I do hope that you've finished everything in the Start Here menu. If you haven't, use this week to go back and take a closer look at the things that maybe you rushed through. We will be starting our course readings next week in week 2, but you do have your poetry readings and then your short story and drama readings. The reading that you'll need for this week is in the assignment. So we are clicking on our weekly assignments, and we are again in week 1 this week. We are in week 1. So here in week 1, you'll see my How to Succeed in week 1 replace this Welcome to week 1 from last semester. A to-do list, a quiz on course information that's due at the end of the week, a discussion board, which blessedly a lot of you already did it last week. I was so thrilled with that. I'm so thrilled to start to get to know you. If you didn't get to take care of that, or if you're just adding this class, do your initial post by Wednesday of this week. And please, everyone needs to make sure that they have replied to 3 peers posts by Sunday of this week, by the 29th. When you're looking for 3 peers posts to respond to, I encourage you to look at the number of responses somebody already has. If somebody already has 10 responses, maybe scroll a little and find somebody who has only 1 or 2, or maybe who doesn't have any responses yet, just so that we can even things out a little bit. And then we have our diagnostic essay. The graded diagnostic essay is due Sunday of week 1, which is 8/29/21. When you open it, you will see the poem that you need to read, and you will see the instructions for the essay. And you have about 15 minutes to read and analyze and plan, and about an hour to write. I do want you to use the composition space here in Blackboard. Please do not use Word and upload it because you'd be working too long, I have fear. I really would like you to stick to this 75-minute time limit, even if it reduces the amount that you are able to write. I really need a screenshot of what you can do in 75 minutes. So just take that little snapshot of what you can do in 75 minutes. Spend the whole 75 minutes, but don't spend more than that on this assignment. Okay, if you did open it to see what it was all about and you didn't have time to complete it, you do have 2 attempts, but make sure that when you open this, you are ready to do it because it is a timed assignment. So make sure that you open this when you're ready to sit down and write. That's all we have this week. Next week, we will open week 2, and I will open week 2 on Friday of this week so that if you need the extra weekend to work on things, you'll have it, and I'll try to make a practice of that. I want to remind you of my office hours and contact information. This stuff has been updated. I am holding Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday 1:00 p.m. help sessions on Zoom. I'm holding a Tuesday 5:30 p.m. help session on Zoom and a Friday at 9 a.m. help session in Zoom. The fastest way to reach me right now is at aswanberg@lawsonstate.edu. And then there's more information here about other ways to reach me and when you can expect a reply. You can contact me 24 hours a day, but evenings and weekends, my response time may vary. I may not respond to you until the next time I'm at work, or I may be able to take time away from my family to give you a quick answer. But you can contact me at any time, and I'll put myself on Do Not Disturb, or I'll just set the emails that are coming in aside if it's not a convenient time for me. Do be aware that there is a delay when I'm not at work, because that's work I do for free. All right, y'all, I am here if you need to reach out to me. Make sure you read your announcements. Make sure you have engaged with and completed every item in the Start Here menu as soon as possible. Think of it as kind of overdue at this point. And then go ahead and get started on that week 1 folder of the weekly assignments and engage with everything there. Remember, this is your link for your Zoom help sessions. Use this link for your Zoom help sessions anytime you decide to join one. Let me know if you need help this week.